Okay, so we are going to look at a practice problem on conservation of momentum. So when my daughter Ryan was 2, I was watching her play with her magnetic train set. She had Thomas, he's the big engine. So we'll write down Thomas. And Thomas was 150 grams, so 0.150 kilograms. And she was pushing him around the track. Up ahead on the track was another vehicle, Trevor. All right, well, Trevor's a little bit smaller. He's only 100 grams, so 0.100 kilograms. Ryan pushed Thomas with a velocity of 0.5 meters per second at Trevor and let go. The two trains collided and stuck together. How fast were the two trains going after the collision? All right, so we have a collision. And when we have a collision, we know we have conservation of momentum. So that tells us that the initial momentum of the system has to equal the final momentum of the system. But we need to identify our system. Well, if we imagine that we have our initial condition, will help us look at the system. So here we have Thomas, and he's moving. And here we have Trevor on the track further up. And Trevor's initial velocity is equal to 0 meters per second. Thomas's initial velocity, we said, was equal to 0.5 meters per second. So Thomas and Trevor are the two objects within this collision that they're going to interact. The mass of Thomas, we said, is 0.15, and the mass of Trevor, we said, was 0.1. So that's our initial condition. Well, what happens in the final case? Well, in the final case, we have Thomas and Trevor moving off together at some velocity of the two trains together. Okay, so our mass of Thomas hasn't changed in the final condition. It's still 0.15. And our mass of Trevor hasn't changed. He's still 0.1 kilograms. The final velocity of Thomas, well, we don't know that. We don't know the final velocity of Trevor, but since they are moving off together, those final velocities are the same. So we're just going to call them V final. All right, so we've identified our system as Thomas and Trevor. Now, the initial momentum of the system, well, that's just the initial momentum of each object in the system. So the initial momentum of Trevor plus the initial momentum of Thomas. Our final momentum of the system, well, that's just the final momentum of Trevor plus the final momentum of Thomas. All right. Well, the initial momentum of Trevor, that's the mass of Trevor times the initial velocity of Trevor. And the final momentum is the mass of Thomas plus the initial velocity of Thomas. The initial momentum of Thomas. That has to equal the final momentum of Trevor, which is just the mass of Trevor times the final velocity of Trevor, plus the mass of Thomas times the final velocity of Thomas. Whew. All right. Well, the mass of Trevor we know to be 0.1. The initial velocity of Trevor, well, that's just 0. The mass of Thomas is 0.15, and the initial velocity of Thomas is 0.5. Okay, well, the mass of Trevor hasn't changed. That's still 0.1. I don't know the final velocity of Trevor, but I've identified that as V final. The mass of Thomas, well, that's 0.15, and he also is moving at V final. We know that this term goes away because anything multiplied by 0 is 0. And we're left with 0.15 times 0.5. I can pull V final out, and I get 0.15 plus 0.1. So now all I have to do is solve for V final, which is the velocity of the two trains moving off together, what we were going after in the beginning. So we have 0.1 times 0.5, 0.075 is going to equal v final times 0.25. So my final velocity of the two objects is 0.3 meters per second. Now, does that make sense? Well, Thomas was originally moving at 0.5 meters per second. And when he and Trevor collide together, it stands to reason that they're going to be moving at a slower rate. We also would expect that they're going to be moving in the same direction Thomas was originally. And as we've drawn it, we said Thomas had a positive velocity. So we might expect our final velocity to be positive. So conservation of momentum is really powerful. We want to remember that we always have to identify our system, in this case, Thomas and Trevor. And then as we identify what is defined as our initial and our final, we simply can utilize the idea of conservation to very quickly solve for our problem. All right, good job.